action for you guys up in the broadcast booth. It is the great one, Jake, and joining alongside me is Mr. Hex. We got a very explosive game for you guys here today. We got the Kansas State Wildcats taking on the Ole Miss Rebels. And I'm not the only one in the booth, because joining alongside me whenever he's ready is Mr. Hex.
What up, what up?
Hex, we are in for quite a treat. The last time we saw Avery Johnson on Game of the Week, he was going crazy. Can we expect that out of another game from him against a team like Ole Miss?
I mean, you have to come to expect it with a guy, with how the head coach runs, his offense and electric, pretty sure if I've seen the stats correctly, Avery Johnson is top in rushing yards. Maybe not number one, but he is up there. I mean, it's kind of crazy to expect that out of a quarterback, especially at the college level where you have so many, talented running backs. But that's no fault of, Avery Johnson. Just, he's a playmaker and, coming from electric, he's going to make big-time plays.
Very well said. But yeah, speaking of Ole Miss, they will get the ball first. So yet a battle between two undefeated teams, two ranked teams, as kickoff is underway. We're underway here at Ole Miss. As Watkins, what is he doing? Alrighty. So, Mr. Hex, I am not familiar with Jackson. Is there anything you can tell us about this Ole Miss offense?
It's confusing. It tricks you. They'll go for it on 4th and Yucatan if they feel like it. Or maybe they won't. It's just all types of, it's to throw you off. And, I mean, that's what we come to expect from a guy in, Jackson Altman. It's just how he runs his offense. It's, it's crazy. It's smash mouth. He wants to make you upset, and he does a very good job of doing it.
Very well said. As we see, the first play of the game was a 4-yard run. It will be 2nd and 6. Ball at the 29-yard line. Let's see what Dart can do here. Dart gets the man in motion as he's getting ready to snap the ball. He snaps it, throws it to his man. That is Harris, and Harris is going to give himself a first down or more. Does a little spin move, and now gets the ball up to midfield. What a great play by Jackson Dart.
Just get it to your playmaker. When he played against Michigan, he had to face Will Johnson, but now he doesn't have to. Sure, this Kansas State defense is still pretty good, but, I mean, now you're just going to see that playmaker more involved. He's looking.
Yeah. And Dart does have a man, but it is overthrown, incomplete, 2nd and 10. So, yet Jackson Dart seems to be a really great quarterback, but, yeah, we'll see how things go so far in this first drive of the game. 2nd and 10, ball at midfield. What can Dart do here as he gets the man in motion, snaps it back to pass, finds a man, and that's going to be to his running back. That is Bentley right there, as Bentley is going to get a chance to run it all the way to the 20, to the 15, stopped at the 15-yard line.
That's just this offense. They're going to run a lot of screen plays. 2 big plays already off of screens. The wide receiver screen, now the halfback screen. Just get people involved, and that's what they do a good job of doing.
Dart throws it to his man, and that is pre-scoring, I believe. That's how you say it right. And that will be a gain of 7. 2nd and 3. A ball at the 9-yard line. So they are in the red zone here, but yet let's see what Dart can do. This will be a very interesting one, as Dart is going to fake hand off to his running back and finds pre-scoring once again, and yet it will be a gain of 1 on the play. Ball at the 8-yard line, 3rd and 2. Dart is by himself. Let's see what Dart can do here. Gets a man in motion, and that's going to be a little bit of... That's a trickery play right there. Dart snaps it back to pass and finds a man. That is Watkins, but Watkins is down. Loss of 1 on the play, making this a 4th and 4. So what does Ole Miss do here there, Hex? Well, never mind. Looks like we're getting ready to see the field goal unit out. Electric was prepared for a fake, but yet Howard, the ball is up and it is good. So, looks like we got a field goal out of that. Hex, what was your thoughts on that first drive? I think he's too busy something, but yet
You know, just they made some big time plays, you know, giving it to their playmakers, the wide receiver, the running back. You know, but the drive stalled out in the red zone, so this defense is doing good at bending but not breaking.
Very well said. But yet, we see Avery Johnson and the Wildcats for their first drive of the game. Johnson hands it off to Giddens. Giddens going to get himself a first down. Oh, not a first down. I jinxed that. Gain of 9 on the play. Should have followed his blockers right there. But yet, ended up being a yard short of a first down. We'll see what Johnson can do. He can not only throw the ball, but he can also run the ball. That's what Ole Miss defense needs to focus on. Johnson needs to find a man or not to back pass. And speaking of running, he's going to give us a running play,
but he's
short. A yard short right there, Hex.
You know, they did it against us. They played a lot of spies, just, you know, especially with how Avery Johnson is. Just make him, you know, make him have to throw the ball and don't let him make those plays. And look at it, it's an option.
Johnson's going to go all the way up to the right side.
Hit him with it.
Oh my God. Wow.
That's just the threat of Avery Johnson, his legs.
Wow. That is 44 yards right there on that play. Johnson, not the back to pass. And he finds a man, that is Giddens, and Giddens is going to get a Wildcat touchdown.
Got hit as he released the ball, and it's still accurate as he's hitting the gritty.
Wow. So yet, what a great first drive by the Wildcats here. 75-yard drive, only 1:44. But now as the Rebels come back out there, Hex, what do they need to do here?
They need to answer back immediately, you know. Sure, you can get 3, but I think you need to keep up with this Wildcat offense. It looks very fast-paced, and, you know, it just doesn't look like it's going to stop. It's kind of like what we see out of, you know, McCartan, Tennessee, you know, just that tempo offense. They run it fast, and they score fast.
Very well said on that, but we'll see what Dart can do here as Dart back out for the second drive of this game. Still 27 seconds left in the first quarter. Ball at the 15-yard line. What can Dart do here? Dart, snap it back to pass. Tries to find a man. It gets pressured, and it almost got sacked, but thankfully he threw the ball away. So that will be an incompletion, 2nd and 10.
You know, it's a big game between quarterbacks, and, you know, just which one will come out on top? Dart, we know him more for an arm maybe, but Johnson more for his legs, so it's just going to be a battle of how these quarterbacks are built.
We'll see how that goes as well. Dart gets a man in motion. Bentley goes over to the left side. Dart snapped it back to pass. Looks to find a man. Gets pressured, but thankfully, once again, same scenario. Throws the ball away, and that will be a 3rd and 10. You can see that Wildcat defense. They're getting under the pressure of Dart right there.
You know, if he did not throw that ball away, that would have more than likely been a safety.
Yeah. Well, we'll see how things go right here. 3rd and 10. Ball at the 15-yard line. Dart gets a man in motion. Dart throws it to his receiver as Watkins, and Watkins is a yard short. Clock is winding down here in the first quarter.
Analytics. What do they say?
What do they say? I think if you're Jackson here, I mean, I say go for it. I would say go for it, but that's completely up to Coach Jackson right there, as he will
coming out in the punt formation. We have seen him punt. We have seen him fake punt it before. He did it against me. Will he do it again?
We'll see how that goes. 4th and 1, ball at the 24-yard line. We're now entering in the second quarter of this game with the score of the Wildcats 7, Rebels 3. What can Coach Jackson do here? Electric's preparing for something as they will go for it on 4th and 1, ball at the 24-yard line. Dart needs to do something here. Dart, fake hands off to
the RPO, but he had it blown up and he just misplayed it.
Oh, man. And yet, you can see that he had a man right there waiting for the interception, but it did not work out. So yet, they converted it on 4th down, giving them 3 extra downs. 1st and 10, ball at the 36-yard line. Dart gets a man in motion. Dart snapped it back to pass. Gets pressure right there, but yet incomplete. The screen did not go well there, Hex. I figured that would have been a PI, but no. But 2nd and 10, ball at the 36-yard line. Dart needs to do something here. Dart
Puts
gets
that man in motion.
Same thing that we saw the last play. Dart finds a man, but it gets pressured. Same scenario as what happened. Gets pressured, throws the ball away, and does not get sacked. That is the 3rd time that has happened to him. Hex, what does Dart...
State is just bringing the pressure. Maybe Dart needs to start making some pre-snap adjustments, looking at his protections. Maybe put that running back on pass protection if you need to.
Very well said. Dart snapped it back to pass. 3rd and 10, ball 36. Dart, he had a wide open space. I'm surprised he didn't go for a run right there. But nevertheless, 4th and 10. And he will bring out the punt formation out, and he will punt the football. So not a very successful drive for the Ole Miss Rebels. But as we progress, we do see Avery Johnson coming back out for the 2nd drive. Hex, do you think we'll see more of an impact of the way Avery Johnson has made on this offense?
I mean, with a guy like Avery Johnson, I mean, he is always impactful, you know, whether it's with his legs, with his arm, you know. He might not even need to use either one of those. Just hand it off to the running back. Let him do something, as we're going to see that here.
Giddens gains a 5 on the play, so you called it right there. A very great play call. DJ Giddens with making an impact, not only on the ground, but of course in the air as well, as we see him with that touchdown completion in the last drive. But can they make some sort of magic again?
I just have no doubt that they will make some magic, because, I mean, this Kansas State offense has been pretty hard to stop. You know, if you look at the running game, it's just so electric.
Edwards gets the ball, and it gain of 3, I believe. So 3rd and 2, ball to 33. They've been working on the ground, but this time I think we will be seeing something in the air here. Johnson back out, 33-yard line, 3rd and 2. We'll see how things go. As we see a little bit of the pressure from Ole Miss defense, and yet will the pressure hit?
He's just going to roll it away, and he gets sacked
by Canary Coleman.
He tried to create something with it, tried to look a little Mahomey, if I do say so myself.
For sure, as we do see Watkins out there. Watkins.
Oh, but he gets sat down
at the 39-yard line, so yet we're seeing the type of impact. I mean, both offenses are very equal, but the last drive that we saw a lot of struggles from this Rebels offense. They need to do something here this drive. Dart, I mean, he could have got a chance to run it on the right side and yet try to be able to do something, but Dart is going to make a couple of adjustments here. Ball at the 39-yard line. Dart's going to snap it back to pass, and he's going to find a man. That is Davis for a gain of 6.
You know, that pocket just looked a little bit better this time. Maybe Dart started yelling at his offensive line. Maybe he offered them a little bit of, you know, maybe a Golden Corral all-you-can-eat buffet, and maybe they want to protect them a little bit harder.
Dart snapped it back to pass, finds a man, and that is pre-scoring. So far, Dart's finally getting himself comfortable in the pocket, as he should. Ball at the 45-yard line. Dart can try to get this team back up there before the end of the half. So, gets the man in motion. Dart handed off to his running back. That is Bentley. Bentley makes an impact. Spin move and a gain of 7 on the play.
You know, it's just now we're seeing a little bit of the running game. I don't think we've seen a lot from Ole Miss, you know, this time around, but maybe they're going to start trusting it a little bit more, that we're seeing, you know, the type of offense they run, just getting stops in through the air. So they're going to try the ground.
And we will see a play right before the 2-minute warning, and yet that was probably a gain of 3, I believe, on the play. So 2-minute warning, 3rd and 3. You got to be able to get a score here before the end of the half, because I believe Wildcats get the ball at the end of the half.
I do believe so myself.
So this is going to be interesting if you're Coach Jackson. Jackson needs to be able to do something here. 3rd and 3, ball at the 38-yard line. Dart's going to make a couple of adjustments. Dart's going to snap it back to pass. And he's going to run it up in the middle.
And he doesn't lose the ball. Interesting.
I mean, he adjusted that mistake they should have made the last drive. He ran it up in the middle and he gave himself a first down. We'll see how things go here. Clock is winding down to a minute and 40. Dart needs to be able to do something here. This Rebels offense needs to do something. Watkins gets in motion. Dart's going to hand it off to Bentley. Bentley's going to get himself up close to the first down mark, but it is down by an inch. We'll see if Bentley can make another impact the way he is so far on this running side of things. Dart's going to snap the patch pass. He's going to get himself a first down, slides it down, ball.
That's got to be targeting. Throw the flag. I mean, late hit. Just we're allowing that helmet-to-helmet contact. It's going to be a fine, if I do say myself.
We'll see how things go about that. But Dart is going to head off to Bentley, but Bentley gets pressured.
Close it up in the backfield. Just saw the gap and went for it.
Loss of 3 on the play, so this will be 2nd and 13. Ball at the 14-yard line. The Wildcats did call the first time out of the game. Dart is going to snap the patch pass. Tries to find a man. Is he going to run it? No, he does not, but there will be a legal forward pass. So get yourself an extra 5 yards if you're the Rebels. So now this will be 3rd and 17, ball to 18.
I understand the idea Dart was going for. Step up, make him press you down, make the defense chase you, and just look for something downfield, but it obviously just a little bit late.
Dart snapped it back to pass. What is he going to do here? He did not find it. Oh, he finds a man, but it is not intercepted. Man, shouldn't be eating too many butterfingers on the sideline. So now this will be 4th and 17. Ball at the 18-yard line. The field goal unit will come out. As the kick is up, and the field goal is good.
Just, not a terrible drive. They got 3, but it's not the 6 you want.
Yeah, I definitely do agree, but yet the Wildcats can be able to do something here. They got 2 of their timeouts remaining, 27 seconds. What does Jackson do here, as this will be a touchback, I believe?
What will Kansas State do? Will they just run the clock out? Will they go for it? Try and go up 2 scores here? What do you do if you're in, Kansas State's place?
Johnson's going to fake hand off to his running back. Johnson's going to get a chance to run it up to the left side. Johnson's going to go all the way down to the 30, to the 20, to the 10, to the 5, and a touchdown, Wildcats. Wow. What a play by Avery Johnson right there. 105 yards rushing in this game. And the PAT is good, so now Jackson only has 17 seconds left. They still have 3 of their timeouts. What do they do here? We don't know, but I know this will be a touchback. So what a great play by Avery Johnson. The Heisman runner-up is still adding more of those stats. But we'll see. Go ahead.
I mean, that's what I'm talking about. I believe he's 2nd in rushing yards. He might be 1st after this game. Who knows? But it's that fact that he's basically Lamar Jackson, but just white. It makes no sense why he's so fast and just electric, and he gets it done.
As we see Jackson Dart handed off to Bentley, I believe. This will be a 2nd and 10, ball at the 25-yard line. So if you're the Rebels, you got to be able to score here. 14 seconds left. You still got 2 of your timeouts. Dart has been pressured enough by this Kansas City defense. But we'll see how things go. Play clock is down to close to 5. Dart snaps it back to pass. Finds a man, but it is incomplete. 3rd and 10.
It's hard to play against this Kansas State defense because they've brought pressure, and Dart has had limited time to throw on most of his attempts. But, you know, sometimes he gets an open man and he just doesn't complete it.
I definitely do agree. There should have been. That was a man wide open on the right side. Jackson should have been able to throw the ball. So now, this is going to be interesting. 4th and 10, ball at the 25, less than 3 seconds remaining. I mean, will we see a Hail Mary type pass?
Throw it up there because it's like I always say, bon voyage. What comes up must go down. And that's what's going to happen.
Dart gets a couple of audibles right now. Dart snapped it back to pass. Dart tries to find a man. He throws it deep. Payne's waiting right there, and it is incomplete. Oh. We will end the half like that with your score: Kansas State 14, Ole Miss 6.
We have an interesting game here, and you know, coming to see what we expected at both of these teams. Oh, hello.
Hello there.
I expected this, but I still surprised. And he gets it. He just goes down with it.
So now you got great field position if you're Kansas State. Ball to 48 because of that failed onside kick. Let's see what Avery Johnson can do here.
I like the attempt. You're down. You're down here. Just make something with it.
And Kansas City, or not Kansas City, but the Ole Miss defense puts a stop right there. And this is what Ole Miss needs to do. They need to find a stop. They need to be able to do something. Because Johnson has been running all over this defense. Johnson, snaps back pass, finds it to Jackson, and Jackson gets down at the 44, 3rd and 2. We'll see what Johnson can do here. I mean, we've seen him with 104 rushing yards, and he's also got himself a touchdown pass earlier in the first quarter. Johnson gets a man in motion. Johnson snaps back pass, goes to try to run left. Johnson,
he's gonna throw it. He's
to Jackson, and he gets the first down mark.
I mean, I'm gonna keep saying it. Call me that whatever his name is, but that looked a little Mahomey.
Jackson snapped back to pass, finds a man, but
but he doesn't have that one. That looked a little more Daniel Jonesy to me.
That was the first incompletion for Johnson today, which is crazy enough. But then again, I mean, they've been doing good on the ground so far. But we'll see what Johnson can do. 2nd and 10, ball at the 36-yard line. We'll see what type of play Johnson can do here. As he gets the man in motion, that is tight end Oakley. Oakley, the backfield. And he's going to throw it to Oakley. He tries to do the spin move, but it backfired.
Big hit. You know, they're within field goal range. It's not bad just to take your 3 if it comes down to that. You know, I believe you would go up 2 scores at that point, if I'm correct.
Yeah, I believe so. Johnson on the 31-yard line. Gonna snap it back to pass. Johnson throws it, but
he does.
No, he gets it done. I thought he was short, but the game says he does get the first down mark. So yet 1st and 10, ball at the 25.
You know, you do always have the little red flag in your sock, but they're not going to use it here as it's got it wide open
to Swanson, and he gets the first down. Ball at the 3-yard line. What a throw to Johnson, but most of all, what a catch by Swanson.
I low-key thought that was going to be, going the other way, but he puts it in the gap. He puts it right where you want to put it if you're a quarterback throwing to your receiver.
Johnson's going to run it up to the left side, trying to get his 2nd touchdown, and he will. Touchdown, Wildcats.
I believe Johnson has 3 rushing touchdowns. Maybe I'm wrong, but
no, this is his 2nd because the first touchdown he threw it to. Yeah, it's the 2nd touchdown. So yet, Kansas State must be listening to High School Musical because they're all in this together for sure. As we see the field going in it, and the PAT is up, and it is good.
One of the defensive players just decided not to play and just stood there. Maybe could that be a sign of better days to come, or worse days, I should say?
So Watkins is going to go out there, and yet he loses 10 yards. He should have just kneel it right there, so yet now the ball will be at the 15. So, Hex, if you're Ole Miss, what do you do here? You got to be able to do something desperate.
I think you got to score. I think you got to score quick, hard, and fast. You got to just put, something on something here, and just make things happen.
And Watkins goes for a spin move, but yeah, he does get the first down mark at the 25-yard line. So Jordan Watkins, not bad. I mean, 17 yards for 3 catches. This offense needs to do something drastic here.
I think they need to go big or go home. It's something you don't see a lot.
Bentley is going to get the first down, and it will be stopped at the 36-yard line.
They're running a lot of short plays, and while that's all good and dandy at the beginning of the game, I think being down in this position, sling the ball a little bit, let it fly.
Yeah, but yet that run, Bentley tried to go for a spin move, and it definitely backfired, as it will be 2nd and 10. Ball at the 36. The Rebels need to do something. Dart making a change to whatever he's seeing out there. Gets a little bit of an audible win. He gets a man down to the backfield. Dart back pass, and he finds a man.
And he is going to let it fly.
No!
That's got to be PI. He pushed him. That's PI. Where's the flag?
That was not a push. That was a diving catch.
Push and a half.
So 3rd and 10, ball at the 36-yard line. Dart snapped it back to pass. They desperately need this first down. Throws a man to the right side, and it's pre-scored.
There it is. That's the PI call.
Pass interference against Jacob Parrish. This is not NFL. The ball's not going to be at the spot of the foul, so they will get the first down. Ball at the 49-yard line.
I believe it's no longer the spot of the foul. I believe it is 15 yards up.
Yeah, I believe so. As the play clock winds down to 5. Dart snapped it back to pass. He throws it deep, but yet he got hit in the middle of the throw, so an incompletion once again for Dart right there. Second and 10, ball at the 49-yard line. Clock stopped at 33 seconds in the 3rd quarter. Dart gets the man in motion. Dart's going to fake hand it off to Bailey, but Dart's going to pass it. Finds a man, and that is going to be incomplete.
Almost.
If it would have been a couple of yards inside, then that would have been a pick. The Rebels need to do something here. 3rd and 10.
I said make a big-time play through the air, but I didn't say just sling it and pray to Jesus. But it looks like that's what we're doing.
Oh, Bentley gets the catch! What a catch by Bentley! Extending the yards, extending the drive. Clock running down to 3 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. And we do get a play before the end of the quarter. Dart's going to find a man. Oh my gosh. End of the 3rd quarter. Kansas State 21, Ole Miss 6.
Now we're just, they're in striking distance to get something done, but you have to complete it. You have to get a touchdown here. You have to stop them on defense. You got to get another touchdown.
We'll see how things go. 2nd and 10. Dart snapped it back to pass. And he finds a man to the left side, and it's Watkins, and Watkins drops the catch. That would have been a touchdown.
It was in his hands, just got hit as he was coming down and lost it.
3rd and 10. Bentley gets in motion. Dart needs to do something here. It's going to make a couple of changes to this offense. Dart snaps back to pass. Finds a man, and that is Bentley once again. So he will be stopped 5 yards short, making this 4th and 5. What do the analytics say? It looks like they're going to go for it.
I was about to say, there is no analytics here. It is, you got to convert, otherwise the game is over, in my opinion. And they will.
And they will extend the drive, pre-scoring with that catch right there, making this a 1st and 10, ball at the 13-yard line. Darts after back to pass. Finds a man, but it is incomplete once again. Hex, we're seeing this. Go ahead.
Had the drag route wide open, just, again, that Kansas State defense is just bringing pressure to this quarterback. They have made that O-line, you know, rethink their life decisions.
And now that catch is being caught by Wright. So 3rd and 9, ball at the 13-yard line. I mean, 4 minutes left until the end of the game. This Rebel offense needs to do something here. Dart snapped a back pass. Does not like what he sees, so he's going to run the ball, and Dart is going to give himself a touchdown.
Oh, we
Rebels.
got it. That's what you needed. Didn't expect it to happen with his legs, but it does.
So yet, Dart did not like what he seen, so he said, fine, I'll do this myself. So yet, this is a one-possession game. As we see, well, I don't know what we already say, but yet 21-13 Kansas State. And he squib kicks it. Hopefully he's gonna. That is very interesting. So, ball at the 33-yard line. Hex, do you have any idea about what that was?
Not really, but I mean, maybe it's to give it to someone who's not used to being a ball carrier, and you know, maybe popping them up, getting the ball loose.
Johnson snapped a back pass. Johnson's going to run to the right side, and Johnson's going to find himself.
Oh my God! Was it a pick or was it not?
That was a pick. Oh my gosh!
You know, looking at what the stats and the box sheet says, Ole Miss has thrown the ball 30 times. Kansas State only 8.
Johnson snapped a back pass, going to run over to the left side. Johnson's going to find a man, and he will. That's it was picked off. Did he get it? Yes, he does.
Yes, he did.
Oh my gosh! The first turnover of the game. Jackson finally got it. So now, possession in the hands of the Rebels. Dart handed off to Bentley. Bentley tries to go for a spin move. Gain of 2 on the play.
You know, that's just a great play by this Ole Miss defense. Now they got to capitalize. Score here, and you're back in it. You don't score, I'm afraid it might be all she wrote.
Dart snapped back to pass. Finds a man.
Who is it going to? Just overthrew it.
He had a man right there on the left side, but yet he decides to overthrow it.
I think he wanted to go deep. Try and get the touchdown. Score as fast as you can, I think, is the name of the game here.
Dart snapped back to pass. Finds a man that is
blocking. Does he get it?
No!
Oh.
Man, what a game this is.
A lot of big-time plays being thrown up, just none of them being converted.
Dart going for it on 4th and 8. Dart finds a man.
He's got him wide open. Bang! He
scored
with the touchdown.
Touchdown Rebels.
You know, are we sure he's not a tap dancer with the way he used those toes?
So now they're going to have to go for it for 2 here.
This would tie the game up.
Dart snapped back to pass. Gets pressured on the right side.
Got it! The game, it's tied.
We have a tie game here in Ole Miss.
You know, momentum Ole Miss. This stadium, this crowd, gotta be electric right now. Just, you know.
And what was crazy about this game, Hex, is that we started things off with 21-6. Now it's a tie game, 21-21 apiece.
You know it. You know, you just gotta think. You know, Ole Miss is giving it everything. Kansas State, maybe they're playing a little bit passive. You know, what will happen?
Johnson hands it off to Giddens. Giddens going to run over to the left side, but does get stopped. But gain is 7 on the play. And if you think about this, though, this is good if you're electric because you have the clock in your hands.
But to also think about the clock, you know, sure, you can go up and kick a 3, but you're in enemy territory. You are in a stadium that is not your own. You will be iced kicking the football. Stadium pulse will be against you here.
As Johnson was about to get sacked right there, finds a man that is safe for us. And he gets the first down mark and more.
You know, it was a big-time play. They brought, I believe it was 6. Man got free and immediately pressured Johnson. But the thing is, Johnson's quick enough. He's able to read that. He was able to roll out and make a play to a man. And just, we've seen that so much from him today.
And Edwards gets knocked down, 3-yard loss on the play. So this defensive line is prepared for whatever is stepping in front of them. As will we see a play before the end of the 2-minute warning? That is not the case. 2-minute warning here in Ole Miss.
I think if you're Kansas State, you want to burn as much as the clock you can here. The idea is burn as much as you can, score 7. If you have to, take the 3. But you want to leave as little time for Ole Miss to, you know, get open and make a play downfield to end up winning this game.
Johnson snapped a back to pass. He's going to run it over to the left side. He can also do things with his legs, but yet finds a man that is Edwards. No good.
It was a big time play. He told him go up and get this ball, and he almost had it. Just a little bit late maybe as the safety comes down and just relays the big hit.
3rd and 13, ball at the 39-yard line. Johnson snapped a back to pass. Remember what he can do. Johnson finds a man and it is incomplete.
Through it. Does he go for it here on 4th and 13? Does he take the 3? What do you do here?
Honestly, it looks like Kansas State.
Honestly, I think you take your 3. But the offense is staying out. Kansas State, this is what you need. You have to convert, otherwise it might be wraps.
4th and 13, ball at the 39-yard line.
If you're an Ole Miss fan, you have to be on your feet, stomping, cause an earthquake, just something. Make them confused. Be as loud as you can.
And Johnson snapped about to pass. What do they do?
What is it?
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! God! My God!
There's no absolute way.
Oh my God!
If you're Ole Miss, you have to be in shock. Absolute horror.
Johnson runs to the left
Johnson
side.
rolling. He's got it. Does it. And picked up. Might be wraps, but he's stuck on the 1-yard line.
Oh
this
my
could
God!
Be terrible. This is what you need if you're Ole Miss. Okay, Heredia, we get it.
Dart, ball at the 1-yard line. They have a chance to win this game.
Where is Skyfall when you need it? Just can't play it. Don't want to get copyrighted here. But he goes quick out route, gets a gain of 3. A little bit more, you know, got some more space to work with. I like the idea.
Will we see overtime potentially?
You know, it's possible, but I mean, all you have to think about if you're Ole Miss, you have to get 3 here to win the game. That's all you need. And
Bentley's going to go run up in the middle.
We're just not using our timeouts. Interesting. So maybe if you Ole Miss wants to go to overtime.
It looks like it. I mean, it looks like it.
I mean, the clock is running down.
And it looks like we potentially delay a game back down to. Yeah, that's very interesting. So
I guess we'll go to overtime unless we get a safety here.
We'll see. We will definitely see 3rd and 8 ball at the 3-yard line after that 5-yard penalty with a delay game. Play clock's winding down. Dart is really going to throw it.
He throws it up, and it's picked off. Could this be a house call, though? It's not. So we are going to overtime.
So, Hex, can you give us an insight on what the rules is as far as overtime?
If I believe To be fair, I'm not entirely sure. But if I'm correct, each team will get the ball, one time. You go and score. If they both tie, then you get it another time, I think on the 25, I think. Right?
Yeah. So,
and then,
go ahead.
And then if each team ties again, then it's basically 2-point conversions from here on out.
We'll see how things go, as Ole Miss did win the coin toss, but yet decides to defer. So Kansas State will get the ball at the 25-yard line. Play clock winding down to 3. Johnson fake handoff to his running back. Johnson is going to run up to the right side. Johnson is going to give himself a touchdown. Wildcats.
Avery Johnson, just, at some point you have to wonder why Ole Miss isn't playing option on the quarterback, but just kind of, they're going for 2 here.
They're not holding back. Johnson snapped about to pass. Probably going to run to the left side, and he will. Johnson is going to
throw it back over the middle. They got it. So now Ole Miss has to get a touchdown and get 2.
Man. We'll see how things go for Ole Miss. Ball at the 25-yard line. What can Dart do here?
Ole Miss just needs to make a big-time play here.
Oh, Bentley makes a man... What was that? He could have run all the way up and given himself a first down, or did he get tackled before he drops it down? Second and 2, ball at the 17-yard line. Dart snapped about to pass.
He got it over the middle.
Bentley,
he dropped it.
We have seen so many dropped passes in this game. Third
and two. Skyfall playing in the background. Not really, but it is. In the back of your head.
3rd and 2. Dart's going to fake handoff.
He's going to run an option of his own, and the The game is over.
And the Wildcats are running it all the way.
Oh, he's giving a little showboat. Hey, touchdown. See you later.
Touchdown to end the game.
Shock, horror, absolute pandemonium in Kansas. We'll see you at the top. After this, they're going to be ranked number 1.
So down goes Ole Miss with their score, the Kansas State Wildcats 35, your Ole Miss Rebels 21. What a tremendous game. Let's get to hear from the winning head coach, Electric Days. Electric, are you with us?
We go 0 to 100. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
What a game. First of all, congratulations. How do you feel right now?
Bro, this team, man, just once again showed up at the very end. Avery Johnson, he's just a man. He's just a great man at the end of the day. Even though he threw 2 picks, doesn't matter. He still came out there and ran the touchdown in for the end. So good job to him. I just love my defense very much. Jackson Dart just can't deal with us. He's not here. He's not here.
Very well said, but yet, I mean, talk about how much this defense have helped you out. I mean, what was going through your mind after seeing Riley making that play?
Yeah, man, after I seen Riley make that play, as a coach, me and the whole team just jumped up out of nowhere. We see that ball in the ground. We was like, come on, man, pick up the ball. Took it back home. Good job, man. But this is why everybody, hates Kansas State, and everybody hates this team. Just me being that head coach for this team. That's why people hate it. It's too stressful to play against us for everybody that do have to play against us.
Very well said. Well, let's head and take it on down to Mr. Hex. Hex, take it away.
You have to, your offense is really run off, it just runs. Avery Johnson's probably going to be leading the Heisman, You're probably going to go up to, the number 1 ranked team in the nation, how does it, like, after winning that game in the fashion you did, how does that make you feel for your chances at a natty?
Well, it makes me feel 100% great because it just proves to everybody that it doesn't matter about the overall from the team ratings. It just matter about what can the coach do and what can these players do in order to come in here and try to fight their hardest to win every single game. Like I said, like Avery Johnson was so mad coming off, and just after he found out it was going to be overtime because of the defense stopping him, he was like, all right, we going to win this right here. So good job on, Avery Johnson. And then Jordan Riley, man, he's going to have a day going back to Kansas State.
My next question is, you were talking about team overall. Does that mean Electric Days going to Kennesaw State?
No, that means we staying here in Kansas State. We're going to stay here forever. That's what it do mean. We're going to stay in Kansas State forever. Favorite team. Glad to coach it very much. Just Avery Johnson, man. 3 rushing touchdowns. Great job from him. We have officially, I feel like, designed plays for him to run that ball and pass it. I love this playbook very much because it helps us out with trying to open up the offense. Sometimes it be closed down a bit. I'm for sure y'all seen it in this game. But, yeah, just great job by the team.
Alrighty, we will go from one head coach to another. Jackson, are you with us?
Yeah.
Jackson, you played a hell of a game against a very tough team in Electric Days. You got it all the way up to overtime, but what happened right there on the last play?
Ran a read option. My quarterback got hit sticked and he fumbled.
Do you think you'll be able to get a chance to bounce back from this?
Yeah, no doubt.
Alrighty.
There was a couple plays. The one pass to Bentley in the end zone, I think on second down. Our possession called it. I don't know how he dropped that one. And then there was a couple deep throws that Jackson Dart missed. So I think next game, he's going to be benched next game. Jackson Dart will not play my next game. That performance today was terrible, and he's got to learn.
Well, you heard that, folks. Jackson Dart will be benched their next game, and I'll go ahead and take it to good old Hex. Hex, take it away, bud.
I have to ask the question, what was the idea going with the read option there? I mean, was there any idea that you told Jackson maybe be conservative with the ball? Was it just, Riley just put his head down, put shoulder, bat to ball and made a play? Or like, what was the thought process there?
I was just going to hand it off. I just wanted the read option for the option, just in case his D-line crashed in and I could get space to the outside. But I saw his D-line shit on my O-line, so I kind of had to keep it with the quarterback, and then just got hit sticked and fumbled it away.
You came back in the fourth quarter. You have to sit here and you have to respect it towards you came back being down, I believe, 14 some points. You were able to send it to overtime. It's got to be something you look at and be proud of.
Nah, nothing to be proud of. This is a number 2 ranked team at home. We should not be losing these games. These guys are running 10 miles at practice tomorrow.
Wow.
Getting up at 5 a.m.
Wow.
Practice at 5 a.m. Sending my players hearing this.
So, Coach Jackson not holding back. Will this help? Will this help fuel you to get yourself any sort of motivation for the next game?
I hope so. I'll just start benching guys if they start playing like trash.
Very well said. Well, a phenomenal game. Hex, we called an amazing one for sure. Can you give us your final thoughts on what we just saw today?
Well, it's like I asked Electric. I truly do believe they are now the best team in the nation. Maybe Tennessee will have something to say about that. Georgia, after absolutely dominating Charlotte and what was it, Sam Houston the week before. Sure, those are low-ranked teams and whatnot, but I mean, you have to wonder, will someone step up to the plate against Kansas State?
Very well said, boy. Ladies and gentlemen, that'll do it here. Open the broadcast booth. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe to the HPL YouTube channel for more incredible games of the weeks. But hey, until then, for Hex, for Electric, and Jackson, I am Jake saying so long, and we'll see you guys next time.